What's going on, trash cans? Welcome back. We're back from outer space. I'm just kidding. Welcome back in. We did try to do a little bit of stream earlier, and we got super flagged by YouTube for copyright because we were streaming One Piece, and apparently I cannot do that. So I got a very stern email from YouTube being like, "Don't you do that?" And I was like, "Okay, Dr. Jones." So long and short of it, I thought it'd be cool if we could watch One Piece together while I fill orders, and that was not the case. So after getting, scolded sternly, I'm not going to do that. So with the way that those are going to be working is those are just going to be more like impromptu streams that I'll do when I'm filling orders, and it'll just be called Trash Talks, and we'll give you guys the opportunity to come in, say hi, ask questions, or just kind of like see what we're doing, or just chill. What's up, OB? Welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing this evening? So it's kind of like what we're going to be doing in the future. So we did pause our booster scrape. Which way to go, George? We are doing fantastic. Welcome to the Trash Family, man. We are going to get our up-to-date schedule finalized this week because we have been given some good ideas that I actually really like from some of you fantastic people. And we're going to go to ripping two-a-days. I know that we do have a massive Pokemon following on our channel. Pokemon products just really hard to come by, and so I'm gonna meet that requirement through a different way, and I'm gonna elaborate with you guys later. But we're probably gonna be pushing away from opening a lot of sealed Pokemon product in the future, and we're still gonna do sports just to dabble in, just because you guys like sports. And I think that our primary opener is gonna be Magic on Magical Mondays, and then Saturdays are gonna be where we do some really good spicy stuff. So that'll start officially. We have one more Chaos booster box. We have one more box of One Punch Man. So those are the really only two booster box things we have left to open. So I don't know if we're gonna do that this weekend or what, but we're gonna kind of introduce it. I think on Saturday would be the day that we're gonna do it. So that's what we're going to be doing for up and coming content. So hot fills are going to just be trash talks, and as time goes on as well, when we start working out our home gym stuff like that, I might even do some where you guys can talk to us while we work out. What's up, Marge, Mama Panda, Corona, Don? Welcome in. So yeah, that is that's what we're going to be doing. Here's our dad joke. My wife is on a tropical food diet, so the house is full of fruit. It's enough to make a mango crazy. I mean, we haven't ever opened up a manga card, so Riley would be cool, but I don't have any specific cards that we're looking for. I don't play One Piece. I just wish that I had more One Piece product to open. But One Piece product is super difficult to find that's sealed. And we just happen to have this booster box for a while. And so we're going to open it. What's up, Shaker? Get the whole family here tonight. Do you play, OB? Do you play One Piece? But yeah, we don't have we already have the SP Bonnie and a PSA 10, and it's up for sale on eBay right now. We used to collect a mass amount of One Piece, and we've probably sold close to 60 slabs. That's how much One Piece we opened in the past. But it's just because product is super hard to come by. Now, if we can find a local person that has One Piece product, then we'll buy a box and open it, because we are a massive fan of One Piece, as you can tell by the tattoo on my hand. I also have most of the Straw Hat Pirate crew on my leg. Um, but yeah, we just had this. We haven't never opened up a manga. We've opened up like 50 something boxes of OP5 and never hit a single manga, even though there's 2 of them in the set. So yeah, that's kind of like why we don't really open up a lot of One Piece. On top of that, like One Piece, so we like traditionally when we open stuff, we sell it primarily on TCG Player. The return on One Piece product is just non-existent unless you hit the SPs. And so I know like OP9 and OP10 just came out, and OP10, don't get me wrong, has some beautiful cards in it. But coming by that product in stores, it's super difficult. And part of like what we're evolving our channel into is kind of shying away from just being a primarily like ripping stream service and be more like interactive with viewers and stuff like that. And so we'll also be doing like live stream vending and doing that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's just, you know, we have this box and we like, to the point we've opened so many boxes that I know that we will either get a alt art and the SEC, or the SEC and 2 alt arts and 7 SRs. Does it really? That's crazy. I mean, like, if I could find a box of OP10, I would buy it in a heartbeat, just because, again, we haven't opened it. But yeah, I opened the SP Nami and I created it in a 10 and I sold it. Yeah. So, I mean, if I created her again, I'm gonna just grade her and then sell it in a 10 again, just because it's a very pretty card. Yeah. Like, I mean, as you can see, we have like the Luffy here and then the Zoros. And then what you can't see is like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more Luffy slabs. This does not have the wanted posters now. No, 2 Legends is like a very blast set when it comes to One Piece. There's not a lot of base cards. Like the SP Nami and the Silver's Riley manga art is really where that value is at. Or what everybody chases. The SRs don't really go for a whole bunch either. The wanted posters, I believe, are in OP8, and this is OP9, and this is OP8. King Dude. Yeah. Scratchman. Duval. We have a Dalton is our first rare. Are we going to start off with an SR? We sure are. And our first SR is Kaido. Very nice. All right, 1 SR down, and we are on the road for 6 more. I don't know if that's like a sad thing to know exactly what you're going to get per box, but our ratios have only been wrong, I think, twice. And that was when a box of OP5 had, or not OP5, Kingdoms of Intrigue. We ended up opening up 4 alt arts in a box. No manga, but I don't think Kingdoms had manga. I did open up a box. I opened up 2 boxes of EVO1. So we did a whole like 4-hour One Piece stream that we opened up we opened up 1 box of the set. So we went from OP1 to OP8, I believe, with EVO up. What's up, amazing? Welcome back in, bro. But yeah, even then we still didn't get anything. We did not open up the I know that was after the point with the reprint for Romance Dawn, and we definitely opened up the reprint. We didn't open up like the OG box just because it was so expensive. Munch Mutation. I don't know why I just put commons in the uncommon pile. I am a doo-doo dum-dum. Neko Mamushi. Conquest of the Sea. And Shakayuka. Don? Chaka. I appreciate you stopping in, amazing. Means a lot, man. Thank you so much. Hope you've been well. I think the you're talking about like the Tony Chopper, when it was like $30, is it not? Just for the SP, or not the SP but the SR. S-Bear. Tristan. Like at one point we were collecting One Piece where we put like every SR from each set in a binder, and yeah, no, definitely ended up just selling all the rail cards. That's crazy. Are they like, because I don't play the game, is it because they're played? Like what's the hype around them? Basil Hawkins. Mr. Hawkins. Shoot you. Because I know like Magic is a player driven market, so I'm not sure about One Piece. I know there are like some people that just collect certain cards out of One Piece. Carrot, the leader. The Earth will not lose. And S-Hawk. Baby S-Hawk to be exact. Okay, so I know that in One Piece, playing the game, you have 6 Don cards, and you have to like tap certain things in order to play certain things. I know that, and I could be wrong here, so this is where you tell me if I'm wrong. I believe that blue is often control in One Piece as well. I have been known to be wrong, but that's what I know about One Piece. Drum Kingdom. I know that we have several people in our Discord that are learning to play. And there's also some people that play pretty actively and collect it pretty heavily. But even them, like if you go to shows, there's some vendors that have One Piece, but there's not a large collection. Peru Marilo. Ulti. Andy Maiden. A really badly drawn Jinbei. Finger Pistol is which set is that out of, or is there several reprints for it? Weevil. It's to die for. Another S-Hawk. That's poop. And Mont Blanc. Doo-doo. Oh, it's out of EV1? Damn. Oof. That's a big oof. That is a big oof, my good sir. The SP Dragon. Is he in this set? I know that Dragon doesn't have a lot of cards. Not that the artwork isn't bad. I just know that in the series, he's just not a popular character. Yonko. Well, so I mean, if you play, I'm assuming that do you watch the show, do you read the manga, or do you do both? That is also a great question. Do they cycle One Piece cards to change the meta? I know Pokemon does. Blue Eyes White Crackhead. I would never have thought that was a statement I would ever say on stream. No, we're looking for the manga art Silver's Riley or the SP Nami. Good God. The Blue Eyes White Crackhead. Jesus Christ, Adam. You need to go find Jesus is what you need. Okay? What's up, love? Albert. Sheep's head. They're actually quite delicious, by the way, if you've never had sheep's head. Delicious fish. It's to die for. I wouldn't say it's to die for. Charlotte Katakuri, and Black Maria SR number 2 out of 7. We have 5 more. And we're still waiting on the Alt-Art and SEC. So we have 2 hits. Hit my wife, hit only. Oh, so the game like kind of evolves itself. Okay, so new leaders come in that create new decks which counter old meta. And so like once those new decks come into the deck, the game, are they still meta, or like how does that work? I'm learning a lot, by the way, so thank you for taking the time to explain this. And if you guys are new, don't forget to subscribe to the Trash Family. We are being taught. You finished Dressrosa? That is a feat. So that is a very long portion of that series. That is a lot of reason I think that people do not continue, is because Dressrosa is just dragging out, and you're just like, God, it's Dragon Ball Z 2.0. Let me just watch, you know, Goku power up and then proceed to get pee-pee slapped by Supercell. Esper. Moby Dick. It's an onion bear. It's One Piece's version of Bulbasaur. Onion turtle. So that's kind of like, does it make the game bearable to continue cycling meta decks like that, where you don't have to necessarily buy new decks? Oh, you need to watch all the way through Wano. Oh, Hana means family, and family means no one gets left behind. How was that? Was that pretty good for my Stitch voice? Do I still have it? Namul. It's a King Boo. Charlotte Oven. There's a lot that happens in between where that is, where like that is in Wano. Sasaki. And Dalton. Damn it. Damn it, Dalton. Oh, damn it, Bobby. Yeah. And it's my mother's favorite Disney movie is Stitch. And so, okay, I'm gonna ask my question, but I'm gonna preface my question with a little bit of an explanation. When I played competitive Magic, when you said off meta, they would play cards that were played in meta decks, but not in the deck in which was meta. Is that the same case for One Piece, or is it off meta where it's just cards that you don't normally see? You were meant to be a part of this channel, love, because I may or may not have purchased a metric poop ton of Disney movies this past weekend. So, Captain Ahab, got the Moby Dick. Chess. Knight to E4. It's a Biscuit Warrior. Peru Marino. Count Nawatori. Andy Maiden, again, thanks. Neko Mamushi, again. I know you've seen that. Yeah, that is a massive bunny. Like, that bunny definitely would mess you up. Atmos. We have Pedro. Oh, we got another SR. Who's this one gonna be? We have Tony Choppa. SR number 3. We have 4 more coming. That's pretty good, though. So this way, the light doesn't just drown out the color. There are cards that are universally played in every deck, including meta ones. Makes a deck meta is a leader, and its leader ability to take advantage of those cards with boosted. Fair enough. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, you know, Obi, I really appreciate you taking the time to explain this to me, because in my blind ignorance of, well, not having time to play, I just don't know how the game works. So I do appreciate you taking time. It really means a lot, man. Thank you so much. Speed Joe. So out of all of the One Piece series, who's your favorite One Piece character and why? I'm not saying that there's a right answer, by the way, but there's a right answer. Nobody loves Disney cruises unless they take your children, in which case we love Disney cruises. Hamlet. BB. Hey, BB. Hey, boo boo. Kalgara. Burn Bazooka. That is, okay, so I'm going to be 100% transparent with you. I think that shows somebody actually interested in One Piece versus superficial. And what I mean by that is, if you're like, yeah, I've watched One Piece. Oh, who's your favorite character? Oh, my favorite character is Luffy, or my favorite character is Zoro. And because you watched like the early onset, I played him in the TCG, but his deck requires a lot of SCCs, and that makes it probably super expensive. But when you know somebody's a genuine watcher of a show, if they're like, I like this character, and that character, it isn't even relevant until they hit Sky Island, right? And I think like, I need a kid person, adult only. Are you sure? You can rent one of my kids if you want. They look great on your taxes. But yeah, y'all hating on kids. So I think Katakuri, like, I would say that out of that arc, though, when you look at Katakuri, it's not meant as a villain, but like in the Marvel sense, he's like an anti-hero. You know what I mean? Dude, that's like the ultimate, like, plot twist. Aha, I'm gonna shock you. Aha, I'm made of rubber. You can't touch me. Like, congratulations. You're useless. I would agree with that. But the way he's portrayed, though, I never saw him as a villain. It's just, it's a lot like when you look at in the early stages of like Luffy's upcoming, where he wants to be a pirate. He's not a bad person for being a pirate. Like, morally and values, he's a good person. You know what I mean? Enel couldn't have been such a strong character, but he just came across his words mashup. True, but I think that, yeah, it's just like a super... The pirates are people too. No, that's fine. That's fair, love. You're right. You know, I mean, it's hard out here for a pimp. I'm just kidding. Thank you for loving me. Aw, it's so sweet, guys. And Wanda. I think that, like, in the whole series, because in the traditional sense, so One Piece, the show, are pirates, and some of the characters in One Piece, love, are portrayed as like anti-heroes, like that of Marvel. And so what Master D. Chewy brought up was that one of the characters from the Big Mom Pirates, his name is Katakuri, and so like in the he has a lot of his decisions are based off of like honor and like morals and values, a lot that align with like the One Piece pirate, or not the One Piece, but the Straw Hat Pirates. And so, like, in the sense of the episode, what you're getting is more like the anti-hero like presence, where he's still portrayed as a bad person, but he reflects good values. That's the best way I can do it. He was, and even like in the scheme, I think it like, okay, so Katakuri was kind of like that reflection of Sanji when Sanji got like into it with his family. You know what I mean? Like how Sanji was raised around all of those bad people. You know, he still came out with like good morals. Now, given that he literally chases every woman humanly possible, but overall, like, his values are good in the sense that he, you know, for the people. So it was kind of like a precursor to that, not a precursor to the fight, but it kind of like exposed you to the character development that they were pushing. I agree. I think he did great. Honestly, I think that, like, in the whole series, one of the key factors that kind of like precursored that was when Silver's Riley confronted Admiral, what was his name? When he told him, like, the young kids have to grow up, essentially. Corazon was a great character. I agree. But that like whole arc of like going into that 2-year span, you know, and Silver's Riley like coming in and being like, look, like, they need to develop and frame who they are, I think kind of like set up the development for characters to be more than what they were being portrayed as. I still think one of the biggest like shockers though was Ace dying. Like, that low-key hurt. Joke time. Major Pain. Major Pain was also a great movie. Alright, joke time. What did the buffalo say to his son when he left for school? Bison. Woo! Dad jokes. Because we're a father. We have Marco. We have Electrical Luna. Oh, shit. Is this Altar? Oh, it's Altar, I think. No, it's not. It's the elephant dude. Damn it. Zoo. It's an Elefante. I got excited. I saw the blue. I was like, oh my god. Finally, an Altar. It was not an Altar. It was a card. I don't think Hella Evil even begins to describe that character. Like, I will say that when they introduced him, he was a very likable character. Like, in the beginning, when him and Luffy first met, and like they're at the bar and just having like casual drinks, but like low-key, his development was like, yeah, you're not a good person. Like, you're 10 out of 10, never bringing it home to meet the family kind of person. Like, ever. Like, I would rather bring Doflamingo home for dinner than that dude. And Doflamingo was a cynical human being as well. Viscount Hayoku. I will say that Dressrosa. So I'm a bit behind, and I don't know that. So thanks for the spoiler. Okay, but I will say that the Battle of Dressrosa, I think, was very, 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 very like run out. I think Doflamingo was the most evil character. In that instance, yes, I could see that, definitely true, but they kind of like, Blackbeard's still developing as a character, where like you kind of like said, oh, Doflamingo is just this massive POS, and like nobody really likes you, and we're gonna put you on a pedestal, and you know, think that you're this high and mighty superior being, and then, you know, low key kind of gets his face stomped in. I just don't think that Dressrosa needed to be so prolonged in its arc. Like, I definitely think that could have been condensed. Like, you could have cut that in half, because there was a lot of filler. Like, I think there was a whole episode where you just had Zoro cut up Pika, the big stone dude. He did. He did care. But I mean, like, his family, quotes, believed that he himself was superior, where I think it's like the same take as a Straw Hat. Straw Hats where, you know, they put kind of Luffy on a pedestal, but he's not like a dick about it either. You know what I mean? Nobody likes the live action. Nobody likes the live action at all. The live action doesn't mean... The live action of One Piece is like the live action of Aragon. It's a complete abomination. I'm sorry if you like the live action. Sorry, I don't mean to rain on your parade. It's a zoo. It's another one. Ho! 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 No, I know you. I know you. You're all about it. Hey, but screw you. I think we have the SP. It looks gold. It looks pretty. It's not the SP. It is the Carrot Alt Art SR. Damn, 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 damn. Damn, Billy. Still a gorgeous card. But damn, I wanted the SP. I wanted it shiny. I was really hoping. I saw the gold, I got excited, and I was like, oh, piece of candy. Was not. Super not. Damn. It is a beautiful card. Like, that is... Okay. Regardless of the price, One Piece has some of the dopest artwork in modern TCG. Really? Like Magic, I don't think can even keep up. Is that Bugs' girlfriend? Lola Bunny? I mean, kind of with a twist, it could be. Lola low-key, like, ruined us as children. Graneka. That was true. Like, him and Bugs would be $26 for the carrot. Really? That's pretty good. That's awesome. Yeah, I wouldn't know. But like, even at $26 though, like, in the quality of artwork in comparison to like some of the modern day like English Pokemon, for example, the One Piece card just looks so much better. She looks like her. I mean, I guess making that face, she kind of does. I guess I could see that. S-Bear. Lola low-key was like overrated in Space Jam. Or not overrated, underrated in Space Jam. I'm sorry. She ruined us as kids. Like, Burn Bazooka. All of those shows ruined us as kids. Yeah, 26 for the carrot. Unfortunately, like, a PSA 10 probably sells... You should... He deleted it. Charlotte Pudding. Sasaki. We got a second one of those. And Port Gaz D8 with Luffy. Very, very shortly before a tragic ending. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the PSA 10, like, it's not worth spending the $20 to get it graded. Like, just sell it raw. Because One Piece isn't a collector's game, really. It's a player's game, and so the alt arts are still played. And so people, like, in the community don't want to overspend for alt arts to make their decks look better. So they tank the prices, in my opinion, to make it, like, more affordable for people to play. But it's just hard to get sealed product. And I don't play the game, but, like, so Nico, for example, he'll find, like, random booster boxes in the wild, but it's not like a common it's not like a common thing to see One Piece on a shelf for very long. You might see like a premium collection, but even at local like LGSs that I had in like Jacksonville, the One Piece TCG store couldn't keep product in. Yeah, for sure. And even then, like people like collect characters like Pokemon. Like, I collect Luffy, I collect Zoro. I can't justify spending money on a manga art in the jungle with my machete. And there he was, deep in the wilderness, surrounded by One Piece. You saw some at the GameStop tonight? That's a hard... Man, GameStop around me has nothing. Like, it just has, like, some random, like, busted Yu-Gi-Oh cards and stuff like that. Like, it is just poop. But then again, our GameStop low-key is Scalper's Paradise, so... Like, for the SPC collection was ridiculous. I mean, she's, like, in this little rare portion of the world, you know, like... Trading cards? What are these? That makes sense, and that's a good way to do like the hobby, in my opinion. Is just keeping what you need and trading away the value stuff to make yourself better. Ooh, do another speed. We do. We have the Charlotte Linlin SR number 4. We have 3 more remaining. Very nice. I went and scalped the baseball. That tracks. That tracks 100%. I wish my GameStop had baseball. They have a bunch of their own theme song? Yeah, it's Gangster's Paradise, but you change out gangsters for scalpers. That's a whole thing. I think, okay, here's a plot twist, y'all. I think we should start the anti-scalpers league. Is it really? Even then, that SR is only like, what, $3 or $4? Yeah, I was like, the usual SR is $1, $1.50. I think that's like $3, maybe $4 SR total. Nothing crazy. And if you guys are new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, join the Trash family. We always do TCG stuff. We love One Piece. We got in trouble for trying to stream it today. But we can stream it on the Twitch. We can stream it on the Twitch. So, yeah, might be a little bit more than usual. Yeah. Baron Tamago. But if we are massive One Piece fans, I will do my very best to incorporate One Piece into our stream schedule. We're going to be becoming a little bit more standard, going away from opening sealed product for the most part, and going more towards just providing like genuine content and giving accessibility to resources and stuff like that. Hanselot, Phoenix brand. Page 1. Ooh, another SR. Ooh. Shiny we have Nami. That's a really... Oh, that's like, that's after, I think this is after Wano, right? This Nami? Because she's got the little headpiece from, Germa. Yeah, we said her name too many times. We got to click our heels 3 times. For sure. We got up to 25 earlier. We've been doing pretty good on viewers. We're just straight chilling though, talking about One Piece arcs. I low key. So one of my favorite moments in the One Piece series is when Luffy first appears versus the Pacifista and just absolutely demolished it. Yes, she is. Her and Robin both are very very exposed. BB, her and Robin are very exposed creatures. Drum Kingdom, Alphalandra. But I mean, what do you expect from manga? I don't think I'm legally allowed to answer that. Basil Hawkins. Haru Marimo. Inurashi. Robin low-key, like, can do a lot of damage. Munch mutation. Another Coney Chopper. That, oh, it's a Don card. So prior to, I believe, the third set, you used to just get like regular Don cards, and then they started including like 2 to 3 alternate art Dons per box, and you can have up to 6 that you play in the game. She hit the gym. I don't know what you expect. I will tell you, OB, that when you got that plot twist with Kuma, that was one of the biggest, like, holy mind screw moment I've ever. I'm really trying hard not to curse about it because my mind was blown. Cloven Rose and Shoyuka. And then this is the alt art. So this is Edward Newgate, or Whitebeard, who was leader of the Whitebeard Pirates and is killed in, oh man, Punk Rotten, I believe, is the name of the battle. Oh. That is impressive and borderline disgusting, and I almost threw up, Obi. Because that is a poop ton of money. So wait, Obi, I have another question for you. In Magic, your deck has to be a minimum of 60 cards in structured play, unless it's Commander, but that's irrelevant. And the cards have to be able to be bridged. Could I, in theory, get a whole deck graded in One Piece and play it? Tristan, could you play with like a fully graded One Piece deck? Yeah, like in slabs. Because I've seen it for Commander. I don't know about structured play. I know that's like a really random thing, but I mean, like, just imagine the flex if you sit down at a table and you just put like 60 cards on. Woke up from sleeping, sitting on my couch, and now I'm... No, I'm not saying Commander's irrelevant. Commander's irrelevant to the topic of conversation because Commander is different rules for shuffling than constructed play. Like, you can have a fully slapped out Commander deck. Okay. That makes sense. I guess if they went through the... So, like, is that irrelevant? I mean, it's relevant in Magic. Is that relevant in One Piece? Okay, so Magic you can interact on each turn. Pokemon you can't. And I believe One Piece... I'm sorry. Magic you can interact on other people's turns. Pokemon you can't. Can you in One Piece? Yeah, but I think that'd be really funny. Like, I would just do it for the chuckles. Like, the deck doesn't have to be good, but just like an entire PSA. Yeah, like in Magic, for example, I can play like counter spells or interrupts to disrupt them on their turn. Can you do that in One Piece? That's true. I know other people have this conversation too, so. Oh, okay, cool. It's kind of cool. Montblanc Nolan. Oh, we got the other SR. We got the Edward Newgate SR. Low-key, one of my favorite SRs. Very pretty. So is that 6? All right, we have one more SR. We're okay. We still have to pull the SEC and or alt art. So we're either going to get the SEC or we're going to get the SEC and an alt art. We know that to be true. We know that to be true. Do they really? The way I was informed was like Pokemon has no like ability to do anything on the opposing turn. It's just like chess, you take your turn and then the person makes their turn and kind of like go back and forth in the turn cycle. Yeah, okay, that's cool. I didn't know that. So can you only can attack with your leader, or can you attack with other things, or does it not make sense to attack with other things since you just beef up your leader? Speak, Joe. Hey, if you guys are new, don't forget to subscribe to the Trash Family. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope everybody's having a fantastic evening, y'all. Much love, much loves. We're having a great time. Or rest a Dawn and activate a 1 Dawn event for... Huh. Okay, what does resting do? We're learning a lot. Joke time. Jesus Lord. I'm learning, Marge. Damn it. Stop yelling at me. If prisoners could take their own mugshots... That's terrible. I'm not reading that. All right, next joke. That's also terrible. We're gonna get a funny one. That's fair. I hate jokes about German sausages. They're the worst. Ha! Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Speak, Jill. Do you have a favorite Dawn card that... So wait, okay. So the number on the upper left of the card is how much Dawn you need to rest to play it. And once you rest it, you tap it, and then you can't use it until the next turn, right? Okay, so 5 turns. But you don't have to collect the Dawns. Or do you? Like, in Magic, if I mean, you used to be able to... Okay, makes sense. So, the artwork on the Dawn doesn't matter. Dawn is Dawn. Right? Like, a Dawn's a Dawn in every circumstance. Dude, that's awesome. Okay. So, you can... Alright, so, like, you could, in theory... use the same Dawn in every deck, or okay. I guess it's a stupid question. Leader packs are so common they use leaders as Dawn. Can you do that? Is that a thing? S sharp. A very crudely drawn Jinbei. Oh, okay. Ooh, got a king. The Earth will not lose. Ah, so it's a proxy, essentially. Or what Magic calls a proxy. Yeah. Like, if you have copies of the card, you don't have to technically play it. I think that would be annoying, personally. That would get frustrating. I think that would, like, be obnoxious. You sit down. I guess, I don't know. So, if I enter a tournament, I can use... I guess it really doesn't matter. So as long as you have the card, whether it's the copy that you proxy or as long as you have a version of the card, it's not cheating. You just can't make it like you have a card that you don't have. I think I understand that correctly. Now, how does it work for sealed events? Like, for sealed events in Magic, for example, when you do drafts and pre-releases and stuff like that, you're given basic land. Are you given Dawn, or do you have to open Dawn? Or is Dawn just like universal no matter what? Extra. Milky. It's a weird name. I don't like it. Hiking bear. It's a burr. Burr. Iron Body Bang Flash. I thought it said Iron Body Flashbang. It's a Jozu. I think this is the chase rare from this set, actually. Oh, the last SR. What do we have? What do we have? We have Jewelry Body. Ooh, spicy. Spicy, spicy, spicy. Is that like just going on right now, or is that in general? Because when I signed up for my pre-release, I did not get. No, I didn't play. I just needed it for the packs. That's cool. Well, damn. I think they sold it. The shop wasn't a repeatable shop, and I didn't play the game, and so they told me I walked in with $1,000 cash and asked to buy One Piece product, and they said that they can't sell me the product because I don't play the game. So I logged into Bandai, registered as a player, showed up to the pre-release where they catered to their quote players, bought the product, and then walked out. But I mean, this was 2.5 years ago when I did that, just to spite them, because I personally think is BS. Money is money at the end of the day, and they were a struggling shop. They're closed now, actually, to be completely 100% honest. They went under, but yeah, it was interesting. Sweet pea. They started doing illegal poker games stuff in the back. Probably not. I mean, even if it did, that shop, I don't think would tell us, just because they were hurting so hard for money that they were selling stuff on TCG Play to try to make ends meet. Oh yeah, no, it was 100% sketchy. But I mean, where I was in North Carolina, there's only one predominant trading card store, and they just didn't cater to One Piece because all the players migrated to that other store. Poker games. Oh, hot damn, we got the SEC. God, we're good at this. Alright, I think it's the Silvers Riley. Silvers Riley is the SEC. See, we do this. And we have... Oh shit, it's not. It's the Kaido and Linley. That is gorgeous. Not worth anything. Like $3. But beautiful card. I, for some reason, thought it was the... yeah, beautiful card. It's the worst of the two. Yeah, and it's a beautiful card, but I mean, come on, for $3, you can buy this on a PSA 10, I think, for $30. Great, English. It's a beautiful slab. I think that it would look better in Beckett Black Label. Just the mangas in a Beckett Black Label look very, 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 very nice in comparison to a PSA slab, in my personal opinion. And I'm not a fan of Beckett, but aesthetically speaking, it looks better. It's like the Corona, when we were at the show, he has some Black Label APHs. One card equals 70% of an entire deck. That's amazing. You could, bro. You could definitely do it. There's a lot of really nice cards that are not expensive and I don't know if it's because they're just not played very heavily or people just don't collect that character. But a lot of these SRs, the most expensive one, we were talking about earlier, might be $4, and that's the Linlin or the Nami. But a lot of the SECs or the alt arts, you can get them for $7 or $8. Oh, the full art one, right? I had that stolen from me from a show. The alt art leader. I would agree. I think she's 5. I could be wrong, but I pulled the buggy alt art leader and it was stolen at a show while we were streaming, actually, and it was right beneath my camera. That was fun. Nice little $30 card that dude walked away with. That's okay. People suck. Charlotte Pudding and King. There is a potential for us to pull another alt art. Like, it's not impossible. It's just highly unlikely. But there is a reason that this box is only $99, or was $99 on PCG Player. I think the Silver's Riley now is even down to like $250 for the manga. Oh, wow. So I'm guessing that people traded a lot for that, like at the pre-release event then? Biscuit Warrior. Snack. Hayoku. Shishilin. That makes sense. That reminds, like, when, so there's a Pokemon set in 2017 called Aether Revolt, and there was a card that came out called Walking Ballista, and everybody, like, pooped all over the card. I hawked up a bunch, and that thing shot up to, like, $20 a piece. Riley is a reason player partner is what makes Shank's deck expensive since you need 4. OP7? I think I have one graded in a 10 being sold right now. No, that's OP3. Calgara. Sweet Pea. Kind of women that Corona likes. You need the SEC Riley, right? Is what you're talking about? Robson. Another flashbang. We have the Queen, rare. And Wanda. Damn. Alright, what do we got? 4 packs left? Yep, we have 4 packs left. Come on. One more alt art. That's all we're asking. I saw a box of EBO2 at the last show we did, and I told the guy, I said, if you don't sell it, I'll buy it from you at the end of the show. He paid like above market from the store, and he ended up selling it by pack and getting rid of it, and I was like, damn. Hamlet. That's the only box I've seen on the shelf. I mean, yeah, you can buy them from TCG Player, but it's not the same thing. Sweet Pea. I don't know about your like local LGS and keeping like product on the shelf, but everywhere I've been, every One Piece LGS has a very difficult time keeping products, no matter how big of a clientele that they have. Jinbei. Carrot. Who's Who? And Mont Blanc. Come on, one more alt art. Just playing, they need the SRs from the set. Fonji putting SRs $30. Good lord. Good God. Bless America. Why do you say at least for you? Where are you located? Are you in the US, OB, or are you over in like UK? I'm guessing tariffs play a big factor in your accessibility. From Australia. Good lord. And you're taking the time to explain all this to us? Dude, you're a boss. You're an absolute unit. I grew up in something similar to Australia. I grew up in Florida, and everything in Australia wants to kill you. So it's just Florida with extra steps. Chess. I mean that with all the love in the world. S-Bear. And you just stumbled upon our stream, bro. That's amazing, man. Look at us branching out to Australia. Charlotte Angel. Did you open up any of the treasure chest boosters or treasure chest things? Nitro. Hilceratops. The one with the Luffy promo in it. Hawkins. Baron Tamago. King Dew. Albert, come on. Let's just get one more alt art. We're not asking for a whole bunch. Thank You for Loving Me. And S-Hawk number 3. All right, 2 packs. Ah. So I have a question for you, my good sir. I have a big question for you. Do you have this Luffy? And do you have any big, like, do they have big events in Australia? Okay, do you have Discord? Is question number 2. Haru. Another Alphalandra. Okay, so our link to our Discord is in the YouTube channel. So I need you to DM me on Discord. I just, you can give me a fake name. I just need your address so I can send the Luffy to you as a thank you for taking the time tonight to explain to us everything about it. It's still sealed, by the way, in the original plastic. I know it's not an expensive Luffy, but it's one of the only One Piece cards that I have that's not sold. And I would like to give it to you. You have every right to say no. No, I have to do that. It's my thank you. This is what we do. This is what the Trash family does. We take care of each other, right? So, like, if you're looking for cards and we get them at the U.S., it'd be a real shame if you have friends and family in the U.S. that can mail you stuff. That's my love language. I think my wife would disagree with everybody wholeheartedly. King early in the game? Oh, it's Marco. S-Shark. Oh, it's my absolute pleasure. Ask Marge. We argue about that stuff all the time. At one point, Don even almost put hands on me for being nice to people. He was like, "You're too nice." Calgara. Dr. Korea. And Higher Luck. Alright, look. Last pack of the box. We need another alt art. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for a manga. I'm not asking for anything too crazy. I just want another alt art. That's all I'm asking. So I'm not asking for much. Alright? Not asking for much. I saw the red and I thought it was an alt art leader and I about shit a brick. Dude, that's awesome. Discount Hayuko. Come on, last pack. I need a new pair of shoes. Come on, BB. I'm asking for just another alt art. I'm not asking for a lot. We just need a little bit of flavor, a little bit of spice. I'd never shoot you. Karate. Atmos. Robson. King. Alright, moment of truth, y'all. Conquest of the Sea. And Wiper with a Dawn. Massively disheartening. Big sad. I will cry myself to sleep. Alright, little recap of our hits. I know you can see them, but just a little bit of highlight. So we got our standard 7 SRs. A stack of rares that aren't worth anything. If it's a leader pack, it can't be a hit. Are you serious? I did not know that. Damn. I should have paid attention to that. Alright, so we got the Jewelry Bonnie SR. The Nougat. Nami. Scarlet Linlin. The Tony Chopper. Get to the chopper. Black Maria. We have Kaido. A gorgeous Kaido and Linlin. That makes sense. And our alt art is Carrot. Oh, we did not hit big, but we hit pretty. I'll tell you that. All right, let's get a little time update. I mean, I think, like I said, I just appreciate the... Just so you know, we're not joking. Like, just to put it into perspective for you, bro. Since you're a One Piece fan, hold on a second. I got some stuff to show you. I'd like to show you some of the stuff that we're getting rid of right now, just to make room for like the next PSA order. Because we have another PSA order coming back, so can't keep all the goods stuffs. I'll show you some of the One Piece slabs that we had. I think you really like them. 227 or two. Wow, I don't know why I said 227. 2257. But like some of these slabs we've had since our first PSA submission. But like these are just some of the slabs that we're currently getting rid of. So this was the SP Bonnie and a PSA 10. The Newgate from OP2 and a 10. You have the Alt Art, Portgaz the Ace and a 10. And the Alt Art from OP2. I should have got these sequentially graded, but I didn't think about it at the time. And then we had the Alt Art from OP7. So we used to collect Ace and we just stopped. Yeah, we used to collect Ace, but like I can't collect all of the One Piece characters just because it's just not a reasonable like thing. So yeah, I really like the OP2 one, but you know, with the set that we have getting graded right now, I couldn't justify like keeping anything else just because it was so much. There's just like there's those One Piece cards. All of these are Pokemon slabs that, you know, we had on our show inventory, and because we have that slab group coming back, I'm like, I have to make room. Yes, I know. I literally like logged into YouTube to see and they're like, you got in trouble. I'm like, I know I messed up. Okay, stop yelling at me, YouTube. I'm sorry. Jesus, Lord. But you can have them graded, right? All right, let's see where we're at. All right, so 2257 as of Saturday. We are at 2267. Woohoo! 10 hours. I'm just kidding. Like progress is progress, whether it's a lot or a little. So, yeah, no, it's all good, man. And I'm assuming you can't go outside of your playmat. Hit 10K monetized. Hell yeah! We're grinding. We're grinding that right now. So we're grinding that right now. But with that being said, y'all, don't forget tomorrow we're going to be playing the Pokemon TCG. So come in, stop in for that. That'll be at 8:30 to about 10. And then Wednesday we're doing sports. Thursday, Friday videos. Saturday will be one of our last Saturday opening up live streams, and then we are going to be doing that. I've seen that. The tournament promos are insane. But Obi, I hope that you really enjoyed your time here, because we definitely enjoyed having you, and I hope to continue seeing you as part of our routine group, man. Please DM me your address so I can send you that Luffy card. It would be my absolute pleasure, man. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening, y'all. Be easy, don't be too sleazy. Much loves to all of you fantastic trash cans, and we'll check you guys tomorrow night. Much loves, y'all. Deuces.